NASA, which retired the shuttle last summer and now has to pay its old rival Russia to fly American astronauts into space.
This clip, the announcement of shutting down of the space shuttle, is somehow related to Elon Musk. Let me show you how. This is the launch of the Crew Dragon, where 2 NASA astronauts were successfully sent to the International Space Station. And this is no small feat, not only for SpaceX, but also for the entirety of the United States. And you're probably wondering why. Remember the clip that you saw announcing the shutting down of the space shuttle in 2011? Well, ever since then, no American astronauts have been sent from US soil. Instead, the Russians were paid billions of dollars to take them up to the International Space Station. And the reason behind this impeccable achievement is this guy, Elon Musk, whose agenda is to make spaceflight accessible to everyone. But when he did start this a decade ago, the welcome that he got was not so pleasing.
You know, there are American heroes who don't like this idea. Neil Armstrong, Gene Cernan have both testified against commercial spaceflight in the way that you're developing it, and I wonder what you think of that.
You know, those guys are heroes of mine, so it's really tough.
They inspired you to do this, didn't they?
Yes.
And to see them casting stones in your direction.
It's difficult.
Today, he's getting closer and closer towards his dream of colonizing Mars. We don't know when, but we are probably getting there. So, to get into the space business, which even NASA is choked over a tight budget, then how did Elon manage to pull this heist? Well, first things first, he needed a lot of money. So, let's go back. Born in South Africa, Musk faced a village childhood, which led him to turn to books. He read every book that he could get his hands on. That this happened.
I read all the comics I could buy or that they'd let me read at the bookstore before chasing me away. I read everything I could get my hands on from when I woke up to when I went to sleep. At one point I really ran out of books and started reading the encyclopedia.
At age 12, Musk developed his first game, the Blaster, which he sold for $500. And if you want to play the game, link in the description. And later he moved to Canada and then to USA for the purpose of education. While doing his PhD in Stanford University, the internet was exploding in a massive pace, so Musk left college and called his brother to the United States to create a website that would help newspapers to develop a city guide, which is basically like the Yellow Pages of back in the day. You see, they were fundamentally trying to replace this book, and the timeline when they did this, it seemed so skeptical because the internet was only getting started at that time. And that company was Zip2, which was later acquired by Compaq for a deal valued at $307 million, of which Musk received a comfortable $22 million share. But Elon didn't stop there. In early 2000, the online transactions was something that was hardly there in the internet, and it was like creating fire at that time. So in early 2000, Musk started an online banking service called thex.com. Now, have you heard of Peter Thiel, the billionaire Facebook investor? Apparently, he had a similar company called Confinity in the same timeline as Elon Musk. So, X.com and Confinity merged together to form the popular online banking service PayPal. And I guess most of you are using today, at least some of you. And PayPal was a precursor to Elon Musk's wealth because in 2002, eBay purchased PayPal for a whopping $1.5 billion, of which Elon Musk pocketed $180 million. Now, this is a great landmark because it instigated the infectious expansions of 2 of the greatest companies in the world. The first one being Tesla, or Tesla Motors, as it was named when it was founded in 2003 by 2 people known as Martin Eberhard and Mark Tapney. And Elon was not initially part of Tesla, because you see, SpaceX was something that he founded, and to focus on his dream of also creating an electric car company, he didn't want to just start a new company, so he found something which is already on the move, which was Tesla. So Elon Musk became part of Tesla in 2004 when he invested $6.3 million into the startup. Though Tesla is doing great today and portrays a feasible future, back in the day when it was planning to launch the Roadster in 2007, it was much beyond budget. I mean, more than what they planned. It was a total blunder at that point of time because it put the entire company at stake. So to ease things, Musk had to become the CEO in October 2008. And ever since then, there has been 6 models in the Tesla segment, including the new Cybertruck.
Where's that Cybertruck? Is that around here?
That's somewhere around here. Bring on the Cybertruck. Cue music. It was badass and super cool.
That's super cool.
Did you know that Tesla is the only automotive company to have an IPO since Ford Motors? Though being volatile in stock, it has performed really well, and analysts say that it could get much beyond that value that it's perceived right now. Though it has some setbacks of lacking service facilities for customers and increasing chance of defect per vehicle during manufacturing, the sales depict a totally different picture.
Of the 246,000 new electric vehicles sold in the United States in 2019, nearly 194,000 were Teslas of one kind or another.
No electronic vehicle brand comes even closer to Tesla. Now, the second company that he started was, of course, Spacex.
Telemetry lock on both stages.
That was the first 3 launches of SpaceX, and they were all a complete disaster. It pushed Elon to the point where if the 4th launch failed, SpaceX would be long gone. But as they say,
4th time's the charm.
yeah, ever since then SpaceX has launched over 90 times, including the history-making Crew Dragon. Now, the portfolio of Elon Musk expands much beyond that to other ventures such as Solar City, the Boring Company, the high-speed underground tunnel expected to travel at 700 miles per hour, which will take you from New York to DC in just 30 minutes.
How fast is this?
This is still slow. We're
This is slow?
only doing 28, 30 miles
Oh
an hour.
my god, oh my
We'll
god,
speed
oh
up.
my god.
Then there is this one.
Jack, you ready?
A real flamethrower. So you see, that's a lot of things under one person, which leads us to the question, can one person manage so much? And not only that, his leadership has always been questioned for his unconventional acts like this one.
I mean, it's legal, right?
It's totally legal.
Okay.
And then he was fined by the SEC for tweeting about taking Tesla private, which highly manipulated the stock price, for which he paid a $40 million fine. And one of the ex-employees of Tesla came to know about this. She had something to say.
That was a $20 million tweet.
Now, the scenario of having to stay in office and sleeping in production outlets to meet the deadlines, especially during production times, has put several critics to take a dig at his role as a leader.
If your CEO has to be fixing problems on the production line, no matter how brilliant he is or how great his solutions are, there's a systemic failure that's taken place to reach that point.
But do all these things matter at all? Because let's be honest, 20 years ago if you told me that one guy would be instigating the disruption of top industries, especially space and automotive, nobody would have believed. But in reality, he really did make it happen. The end result is particularly pride, and if it is his unconventional leadership that would take us there, then I guess we need a little more of that. And when it comes to making the impossible possible, well... see you guys in the next one.